Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Beauty, also known as The Rich Aunt. We are doing another sit down video today. It's a Sunday afternoon. I just came back from church. I had lunch and I'm so energized and so rejuvenated. And after I felt this energy that I feel right now, this is not how I felt in the morning when I woke up, because I almost didn't go to church this morning because I was like, yo, I am so tired. But then something in me said, you need to go and get your cup full. So, you know what? I silenced that voice that say we are tired, and I listened to the voice that say we need to get the cup full so that we can get going. And I want to title this video, You Have to Finish This Year Strong. You have to finish this year strong, right? Because in most cases, it is never about how you started, but it is about how you finish something off. This video was also inspired by yesterday. I was watching the Summer Awards, and one of my cousins was nominated for as a best newcomer of the year. Yes, he was nominated for the Best Newcomer of the Year award, and he brought the award home. So he won the award. I was so happy. I was so excited when they announced him. And more than anything else, I could just sit and really think about his journey, and I realized that it is not always about how you start. It's always about how you finish. And we always need to make sure that we finish strong, right? So as I was thinking about his journey, even before he got into the music industry, he went to the University of Technology. He was doing IT, and then he started a business. And then, my cousin had this thing of always starting off things, né? But because the passion was not really in those things, it was in music. And I think for him, it was because his brother was already doing well in music. He's the big thing. He is the best world DJ, and if he also had to go and follow the same thing, it means that he has to do it, or rather he has to work twice as hard. So that is not the thing that, yeah, it is because your brother is Ban, And I remember when he left Soshanguve, and he said, you know what, I'm going to follow my dreams. Letting go of everything. That time he just started a business. He just took credit for whatever business that he was in, and was like, you know what, I need to go follow my passion. This is not for me. What I'm trying to put together here, it's definitely not for me. And he went on. He started his journey in the music industry. I think it was in 2020. Yeah, between 2019 and 2020. And 2023, he's here. He's a big thing. And more than anything else, I could say that he finished strong in his career life, because he started a whole lot of careers. 1 minute he was doing he was an Uber driver. He bought a car and he started the Uber business, and it didn't work out, and he did a lot of things. But immediately when he followed his passion, his hard work, and one of the things is that he had this structure of how to become successful. He's one person that when he puts his mind into something, he becomes consistent about it. He becomes committed into it, and he runs with it. And this is exactly the same principles that he applied when he went into the music industry. He knew that I have to work hard, I need to be committed, and I need to be consistent in all that I do. And I looked at his journey, and he's been applying those principles, and he is doing really, really well. So I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy that he is where he is now. And he really did follow the dream and listen to the inner voice and went and started what he's passionate about. So as I was thinking about his journey, I also came to think about my own beginnings. Uguti, where did I start with my career life? Because I was checking if, sometimes you always need to check if you are in tune of your dreams, as is what you've always wanted for yourself, as is the dream that I had for myself. So every now and then I would pause and say, Is this what I've always wanted for myself? Are we still in the right direction? Are we doing what we love and what we are passionate about? And if not, is it something that we can let go of now, or is it something that we can continue to do and we add on a little bit of things that we are really passionate about and do them on the side? So I always have these conversations with myself, and I found myself having the conversation with, if it all comes to an end today, will I be happy with the work that I've put in, where I've come in my career, where I'm at in all the areas of my life? Would I be happy? Will I be satisfied if we were getting nominated as well in all that we do for the Summer Award? Will I win this award? Am I doing things the way that I should be doing them, with excellence and always thriving to push and get to the highest level of achievement? And as I was sitting in, I was like, you know what? I could actually win an award if we were doing awards in our field of work, And I got to think about where it all started. Before I even worked for Capitec Bank, where did it all start? And I sat down, I journaled, and I was like, humble beginnings. That's what I titled my content as I wrote this down. And I wrote the hashtag my first jobs. Where did I start working before I even worked for Capitec Bank? When you just graduated, you are looking for the best job. You are looking for the greatest, the job that matches the career or the qualification that you just obtained, right? And 90% of the time, that's not how it is. It is hardly ever that way. We need to start somewhere. And I looked at the journey and I looked at where I started. So before Capitec, before TiVo, I started working at this company called Affinity Health Mobile. Yes, we were selling contract phones over the phone. So it was a call center. Yeah? And this was after being to several interviews. And, I graduated in marketing. So when I searched for jobs, I was like, junior marketing something, And these companies, they have their way of getting the graduates to come into their institutions. And when you put in there junior marketing assistant, junior marketing whatever, this jobs pops up, right? And they tell you that this is what you're going to be doing. You get to the interview, it's not what was described. And I went through a quite number of these interviews. And every time I would come back and say, this is not what I wanted, And in most cases, I would go to the interview. They call me, they say, Beauty, you got the job. Then the first day you go there, they tell us to get to work at 6 o'clock. And then we're doing energizers. And then we're going to the field to actually go and look for clients for whatever products that they were selling, right? And at some point, when we get to the field, I'll be like, this is not for me. I would be like, this is not for me. And on the spot, I was like, no, this is not what I actually wanted. So thank you so much, but I'm gonna go, right? So yeah, it was one of those companies. I don't know, they call it Triple M Marketing something. And I left on the field and was like, definitely this is not for me. And then I got the job then at Affinity Health Mobile. And I got there, they trained us. They said, no, it's going to be a call center. And we want to sell cell phone contracts. And you get paid on commission. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try and we'll see how it goes. Then our first day at work, they train you. They show you how to sell. I'm like, okay, good. And the working hours, they were crazy. We worked from 8 to 8. I don't know why, but we worked from 8 to 8. You got 1 hour lunch and you keep working, and it was commission based. So if you didn't sell a cell phone or the cell phone was not delivered to the client, you're not going to get paid, right? So, okay, I took the job and I was working there, call center vibes. Hi, my name is Beauty. Da 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 da. We are selling the cell phones. So, come payday, guys. If I tell you how much they paid me, guys, you won't believe. Chata thing lo tloka azanya tloka. I was so shocked when people were saying that they got paid. I'm like, but my money, or rather my bank, didn't notify me. And okay, during lunchtime, I went to the bank to get my bank statement. Guys, I came back and I'm looking at my bank statement. You know how much they paid me? 43 rand, like 43 rands. That was my salary. And I was like, what? What is this? Then I went back to one of the team leaders and I was like, hi, dude. I don't know what's happening here, but this looks like my salary. And he was like, yeah, it's because the clients that you spoke to on the phone, about half of them returned the phone back when they got delivered because they said yes to you because it was so nice over the phone, but then they couldn't say no, and yeah, so you only got paid for one phone, and I think it was just a SIM card that a client took for data. And remember, we just pay you the certain percentage after the client have accepted to take the offer, like they delivered the SIM card. And I was like, so this whole month I came to work and I worked for 43 rand. I took my bags, I packed everything. I packed, took my bags, I took my lunchbox. I took everything out of the locker and I left. I was like, awa, this is not possible. Then I came back home crying and I was like to my mom, okay, well, it didn't work out. I don't think I'm cut off for sales, And apparently people said yes to the products simply because I was nice over the phone, but when they delivered the phones, they said, we don't want the phones. And I got another job at Real Promotions. So now Real Promotions does the same thing as Triple M Marketing. They have the clients, like Real Promotions take on big brands and they sell their products. So at that time, we're working for Telkom, so they were trying to reinstate landlines in the suburbs, so they hired me, obviously. So we got there, they did the training, they're like, okay, we are working for Real Promotion under Telkom Mobile, right? So we do door-to-door marketing. So we go to people's houses and sell landline phones to them. And yeah, so we let them sign up and we come and install the phone. And also they paid us on commission, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try again. We will see how it goes. The first month I got into the field, I worked. So at least those ones, because heavily the place that we were working at, like the company was in Hatfield in Pretoria. So in the morning, 6 o'clock, you get to the company and you register that you came to work. Then from 8 o'clock, we go to the field and then we come back again at 6 o'clock to submit the applications that we did for the day, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it my best and I'm gonna do what I can do. So we went into the field. So we'd work over Mamelodi at Ridgeville. So after you get to work, you have to then transport yourself to the field. So we'll take a train and then go to Mamelodi, then get to the township, house to house, door-to-door marketing. Coco, my name is Beauty. I come from Telkom, and this is what I sell. And other houses will get chased away. Then there's dogs, and it was like it was an experience, guys. So I worked there. At least there, I could see what we are working for. The first salary came through. It was able to cover for transport and for my toiletries, right? But when it comes to transport, it was not enough. And now, because I just got paid, that I don't want to ask money from my parents for transport. So, like, I'll take care of myself. I'll be fine from here. So, because to get to Hatfield, you need to catch 2 taxis. You get one from Soshanguve to town, from town to Hatfield, right? So the first week I was able to do that, catch 2 taxis to work. The second week, it was not happening. I would then catch a taxi to town. From town, I walk. Hey, guys. I walk to Hatfield, from town to Hatfield. How I walk, I get there. You know what? Before I get into the office, I quickly get into the office and be like, the taxi just dropped me out right at the gate. Yeah. And in the evening, it's the same thing. That time we are knocking off at 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock, I'm walking to town. I get to town, I catch a taxi, I come home. I think I worked there for maybe 4 to 5 months. And my selling skills got better and better and better and better. I was able to sell the product, identify the market. If they say, okay, today we are selling a DSTV package, I would know where we are going to actually position those products to the right clients, And I worked there until the company actually closed down. So Real Promotions couldn't keep us anymore because apparently they paid us from their own account before MultiChoice and Telkom. That's what they said before they actually paid them. So the company collapsed, or whatever the name is called, like they had to close down, right? So that was how I ended at Real Promotions. So the company closed down and now I was unemployed again, and that's when I got a job as a promoter at TiVo. And now my selling skills were better. Now I was able to approach people and just sell whatever it is that we were selling, until I got to Capitec Bank. And when I got to Capitec Bank, I also found out that this is also a sales type of industry, because we sell products, we position products to clients, but the only difference was that whether I sell or I don't sell, or the clients take the product or they don't take it, I will get my salary. So my salary is in black and white. When I go to work, I know how much am I going to get paid, So one thing that my beginnings have done in my life is that it has made me to be a very positive person, a very thankful, and I'm forever grateful of my journey, because it is because of where I come from that I appreciate the little things that my company do. I appreciate the fact that I have a contract and I know how much I will be getting. I appreciate the fact that my working hours are there and now I can get to work easily. I can transport myself to work. I got to buy myself a car, and getting to work now is no longer a hassle. That time I would wake up in the morning, I'm like, we are going to work again, another distance, another dollar, So one thing about humble beginnings is that more than anything else, they will make you to be grateful of where you are. And you also know that I'm not going to end there. It's not where it's going to end. So humble beginnings show you that this is life. This is a journey. We are going to come across a whole lot of things, but more than anything else, you have to choose, what do I take from this experience? And I tell you, all these companies that I've worked for, It is the experiences that had made me the person that I am today. It was the selling skills from Real Promotions that made me to be sustainable in Capitec Bank, because at Capitec we sell products, right? At Capitec you need to position a product. So now I have become a better salesperson through those door-to-door marketings that I did at Real Promotions, but now I do it in a better environment. Now I'm no longer in the sun whereby I go and knock at people's houses. Now I found myself in a company whereby the clients come to us, then we sell products to them because they came, and I'm sitting in a very comfortable chair when I do it. There's an aircon and all that. So it's always the little small things that I appreciate when I always think about where I started. And to be where I am right now, like I said, if they say that we are done in the world, we are going into our next chapter of life, like we are done here, I would definitely be proud of myself. I will be happy because I know that I'm not where I started. So basically, if this is the finishing line, I know that I'm finishing stronger. I know that I'm finishing a different person. I know that more than anything else, I have committed myself to the company. I've committed myself to the job. I've committed myself and actually placed myself in platforms whereby I would be noticed, I would be seen, and I would get to be elevated and taken to my next role. So guys, never ever jump stages. Just start. Whatever it is that you get offered, start. But when it is 47 rand, you start, ne? But when you see what is not going to work, you stop. So yeah, so that is what I'm here to say. To say, guys, make sure that you finish this year strong. If you are not giving things or your assignments or your tasks your best, make sure that in the next coming few days of 2023, you give it your best so that you finish strong. If your prayer life was not up to the standard that you know that it should be at, I say that go back, do the basics, and make sure that you commit, you are consistent, and you just do what you need to do so that you end the year strong. So I will see you in the next video. And yeah, guys, man, and keep yourself energized, keep yourself going. We are about to end the year, but when the year ends, it means that something better is coming, a greater year is coming. So even that year, it's gonna need you energized. So if you can rest, if you are closing at work, make sure that you use the time to rest. If you are like me and you will be working until December, like until the end of December, and in January on the 2nd, I will be at work, make sure that every little moment that you get to rest. But if you need to go and play out with other kids, do that as well. We play hard and we work harder, and we will rest. As long as you sleep for 8 hours, you're going to be fine. So until the next one, I love you so much. Please don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and like the channel.